Hey, Smart Chicks. This is a special, super exciting edition of the Smart Chicks Career Speaker Series. And today we have Aziah Bell, our lovely community manager, who is going to do a career building makeover with us. So I'm super excited because A, I love makeovers. B, it's Friday. C, I don't have to talk during this. I'm very excited about that because I'm never the moderator. I'm always the leader. So I'm really excited that Aziah's going to do this. And we also have with us today Chenika Bell, who is Aziah's mom. And we have Jen and we have Lee, who are members of our Facebook group who have volunteered to be our subjects today for the makeover. So I'm so excited about that. We are recording this, of course. So if you're watching this, obviously you're watching the recording. So I'm really excited, and I am going to turn it over to Miss Aziah Bell. And I'm actually even going to go on mute to prove that I'm not going to talk a lot.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Carol, for introducing me. Again, my name is Aziah Bell, and I am the community manager for the Smart Chicks Career Club. And before we jump into what we have planned for today, I would just like everyone to introduce themselves, just their name, just a little bit about themselves, whatever they feel comfortable with sharing. So I'm going to start with my mother, Miss Chenika Bell.
Hello, and thank you so much, Carol and Aziah, for having me. I really appreciate it. Again, as Aziah said, my name is Chenika Bell. Aziah is my only child. I am a hairstylist that is now transitioning into being an image consultant. That's kind of what I decided I wanted to do with as I'm growing up. And I really enjoy all things beauty, all things helping, all things encouraging. And I just really appreciate being on the platform. I have been married, well, it'll be 25 years in October. And my husband is active duty military. He's in the Navy. And yeah, that's pretty much all about me.
All right, thank you so much. And I guess we can go with Miss Jennifer next.
Sorry, did you say me? You keep cutting.
I did.
The sound keeps cutting out on me. Okay. My name is Jen Thomas. Currently unemployed, lost my job due to COVID. Been trying like crazy to find a new job. Not having a whole lot of luck. I have 2 kids, both grown. One, I have a son who lives in Michigan who just had a baby, my first grandchild. And I have a daughter who lives in Hawaii who works for the Department of Defense. And I am been sitting here for the last few months, letting myself get all raggedy looking, and it's time for me to get out of it. Need a fresh look.
Yes, thank you for being here. I'm super excited. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. Okay, we can have Legal next.
Hello, my name is Lee Nagy, and one of my dissertation sisters invited me to the Smart Chicks group, and I saw Aziah's request for a volunteer, and I thought, you know what? Why not? Like, I rarely say no to an opportunity. In 2.5 decades, I've been lucky to take so many opportunities, and COVID has actually, it made my dissertation study actually. I'm actually going to finish because I'm studying how students, basically working mothers, are the relationship between their academic family integration and their persistence. So basically now they're home, homeschooling their kids, working from home, and trying to finish their online studies as well. And so how is that integrating both those worlds impacting on whether or not they finish? So made my study. I can empathize with you, Jen, about so many people have lost their jobs, and it is a difficult job market, but definitely keep the faith, because the right opportunity will find you, and it's groups like these that make that possible. Chenika, I also am the mother of a fabulous only child. I mean, sometimes you just get it right. Sometimes you have to have more than one, so you have a boy and a girl, and those that have multiples, I give you all the credit in the world. as amazing as my daughter was, she made sure, very young, that I only had one. She's a lot, but she's going to be something special someday. I'm currently the vice president of an online education startup launching in December. I've made the difficult decision to step down from that position, and hopefully I'm just had my second interview for my dream job in instructional design at where I got my bachelor's degree. I was the fourth generation of my family to graduate from that college. My great grandmother went there when it was not even a university yet, but a normal school for teachers. So it's, this virus has taught me it's time to come home, be with family. And it's, again, high-powered leadership kind of, it's just not what I want to do. I just want to be boots on the ground still. And I'll be 46 in October, and it's just time to, I need a refresh of a look. And I wasn't sure what the opportunity was. And I was like, okay, why not? And I'm glad I did it. So thank you for listening to that long spiel. And I have a huge military family. My second husband was retired from both the Navy and the Air Force about 9 years ago. So thank you and your family for their service, for sure.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
You all serve.
Yes, thank you. And last but not least, I believe your name is Michelle, correct?
Yes, Asia. I'm just here. I like all things beauty, so not that I'm looking anywhere near anything today, but it's all fun. It's a good thing, and she's wonderful. Asia's wonderful. So and it's a great group. So I'm gonna be happy to observe everybody and watch what's going on. So thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Well, thank you everyone for being here again, like I said, and I'm super excited. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm super excited. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna briefly go over what we're gonna be doing today. So to start, we're gonna walk through how to prep our face for a 10-minute face. So pretty much the face will be just a basic look for when you go to work or when you step out, going somewhere nice. So that's what we're gonna do first. And then we're actually going to apply the makeup. And then after that, we're gonna talk about business attire to wear when you're going to work or just a regular business day. So yes, that's our agenda for today. And we're gonna go ahead and get started. So the first step is the skincare system. So Miss Jennifer and Lee should have gotten a skincare system, and my mother can briefly talk about what kind of skincare system it is.
Okay, so one of you received the Volufarm, which actually looks like this. It's called the Time Wise Repair Volufarm, and it comes with a cleanser. It comes with a day cream and a night cream. It comes with a lifting serum. I'm sorry if you all can see me. A lifting serum. Why does it seem odd? But okay, a lifting serum, and it comes with an eye cream. This particular system is designed for women over 30. It helps with lines. It helps with wrinkles. It helps with dark spots. It helps with tightening the skin. So it has many components that are helpful for the skin. It has the SPF 30, SPF maybe not 30, maybe 15. I do apologize. It has SPF in it. How about that? That will help
30.
with that will help when you're out in the sun and things like that. And also with the 3D is, I think, what you received, Lee. You received a 3D that also has SPF in it, and it helps. It has a cleanser, it has a night cream, it has a day cream, and an eye firming cream. And those also help with dark circles, lines under the eyes, crow's feet, lines around the face, around the lips. Yes, it helps with those things as well. And the Volufarm has one extra step in it, but I will we'll walk you through each step so that we can kind of stay on track. So if you have not gotten water or a towel to clean your face with, you may want to do that because you're going to need to be able to remove the cleanser from your face.
Okay, then give me one moment here.
Okay.
I don't have that, okay? trying to find a place to put my computer so you guys can't see my mess, but
It's okay. Now just go get what you need. So Asia also, fun fact, sent me all this stuff. That's how we decided to do this in the first place, is because we were just talking about my love of makeup and cosmetics one day on one of our like weekly check-in calls, and she said, "Oh, I have all this stuff," and I was like, "Oh my God, I love stuff." So she sent me this treasure trove of stuff, and I used it. And yeah, these products are really premium. And I'll tell you, I didn't know that Mary Kay products were such premium products. I mean, Mary Kay's been around since the dawn of time. Like Mary Kay was around, I think, when I was a little girl. Like I'm pretty sure it was. Like it's been around a long time.
Mhm.
And like my mother never bought Mary Kay. My mother bought Avon, you know, like when I was a little girl, and so did my grandmother. We had an Avon lady, you know, but so I knew of Mary Kay, but I think all these years, it just goes to show if you don't know what you don't know. I thought Mary Kay was like Avon. Like I didn't know Mary Kay was like a really premium product. So like when Asia sent me these products and I used them, I was like, wow, this is really good stuff. And then I looked up, you know, the pricing and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, these aren't cheap, you know, Avon crap products. These are really like premium products. So I had no idea. So I think this was very educational for me. And I think a lot of people, Asia, because especially people my age, you know, older women really don't know, you know, they know the Mary Kay name, but they don't know the quality, and they don't know certainly the, you know, what they have now. So I just thought that was interesting. So it looks like Jen and Lee are back to their spot, to their station. So I'm going to turn it back over to our illustrious leader.
All right. And I think going off of what Carol said, I think a lot of people still have the misconception that Mary Kay is solely just makeup. And I think, well, we have to definitely get away from that idea, because it's not just solely makeup anymore. It's more skincare based. So I think people just have to really, you know, like Carol said, really delve deep into Mary Kay now and realize that it's different from what it has been in the previous years. But yes, with the ball rolling, we're going to go ahead and apply. We're going to go ahead and put the cleanser on your face. So you're going ahead and take it off the little strip. Go ahead and.
Okay. So the first pouch that you should have is the cleanser. Yes, the cleanser. And you want to just, you don't have to use that much, because you want to leave enough for you to apply tonight for your night cleansing. So you just need maybe about a dime size. If you feel that you need a little bit more, you can. So Jennifer, with yours is going to require to lather. So once you start applying it, you want to take water and add to your face, and it's going to create a lather. So I'm actually going to do that one with you, Jennifer. So Lee, you can go ahead and start applying. And if you feel like, because you have normal to dry, no, okay. And if you feel that you can add water with it as well to create a lather. Okay.
Yes, lather.
And when you're applying this product, you want to make sure that you're going in an upward motion. Everything that you apply, you always want to go upward, okay? You don't want to pull the skin down to create a saggy motion. You want everything to go up.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Mom. Yes.
And then make sure you take the product down on your neck.
Yes, it's very important to make sure that the upward motion. You want to keep our faces tight. Yes.
Okay. And once you get that all on, you can go ahead and remove it.
Yes, fresh faces.
And at this point, you should your face should be really feel clean, should really feel refreshed before we have even applied any of the other products. Okay. Lee, you want to go ahead and move into the, you want to go ahead and move into the eye cream. You can, well, actually the moisturizer, the daytime moisturizer, you could put that on. And then after you put on your daytime moisturizer, you can go in and use your eye firming cream and go right up under your eye to the end of your brow bone. Jennifer, once you have removed all of your cleanser, you can actually go into using your, excuse me, your Volufarm Advanced Lifting Serum, and that will go in the triangle of your face. So from here, so from across here down to your neck.
Yes. And with the eye cream, when you guys get to the eye cream, make sure you use your ring fingers to apply underneath your eye. And Mother, why is that important?
Because your ring finger is the weakest finger on your hand, and it does not, the skin up under your eye and around your eye is very sensitive. And because this finger is the weakest finger on your hand, you want to use that finger for that process. Michelle, do you have any questions? Okay. All right, and then once we get that on, Jen, you could go ahead and move into your day cream, and then Lee, you can, if you don't have your eye cream on, you can go ahead and apply that.
I just want to point out that I've been doing everything wrong all along. And it's very sad because
What do you mean?
for 52 years of putting stuff on my face, well, I guess not really. When I was 2, I probably didn't put stuff on my face, but you know, I mean, really, like so I was blown away by the upward thing. I wasn't doing that. The finger thing is totally new. I always use this finger, so I'm probably beating the hell out of my eye skin and like making it worse. And then the toner I wasn't putting on my neck, and that's probably why I have this advanced case of chicken neck. So I really feel very strongly that these are life-changing informational items. Just knowing how to put it on, it's interesting because, you know, really, it's not even just the products, because, you know, we buy all this, you know, you can buy some really expensive skincare stuff, especially some of this anti-aging stuff is, you know, insanely expensive. And yeah, and if you don't really know how to put it on, and like the packages, when you buy something, it just says like basically on the back, put on face, you know, like, or put on face after the other thing that you put on your face, right? It doesn't tell you how to do it. So that's why it's so exciting to get a real
I have a little confession to make. My mother was a consultant growing up.
Okay.
So I was doing this from the time I was very young. And when I was in my early 20s, I was a consultant for about 5 years and found that personal use was more my speed. I have kind of fallen off the MK wagon for a long time. So I really feel like excited that this is happening. But I have to say, Mary Kay is one of the best kept secrets in the world. They are international, they are global. Just the array of products for women of color, all ethnicities, the men's care products. So I remember when my first Mary Kay email, before they had an email system, I created bestbrandbeauty at AOL.com, because for the longest time, Mary Kay was number one. It is a number one skincare company. And if you ever get a chance to read her story just alone, like, and I'm sure Asia and Chenika can share so much information. And it's also, I have to say, their training program, some of the most amazing business training I ever learned was through Mary Kay, by the way. I have an MBA, and I'm pretty sure that I walked into my MBA much well prepared because of it. So I'm so excited for you ladies. I'm just like,
thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah. So if you were with the Volufarm, if you were to purchase it, when you pull it off, so the good thing about this is, because sometimes I'm an over product user, and so this was really good for me to be able to just squeeze, just so it's it's really empty, but so you would just squeeze it, and then just the amount that you need just comes right out of the top. You don't have to do any more. All you have to do is just, once it's squeezed, that's all you need is what comes out the top. Okay, and the same for the night cream. That's on this particular, the Volume Firm. Okay, now on the Volume Firm, Jennifer, for you, if you have not already, you could go ahead and apply your eye cream. But this is what this is what it looks like, and hopefully you can see it. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, there is like a metal ball on the end of this, the eye firming cream. And this is to help when you are applying this to your face, you are pressing. If you can imagine a boxer, when a boxer is hit in the face and the manager comes and presses that metal piece down under the eye, this is basically what this is doing. So it's pressing down any puffiness that you have under the eye, and then you're applying the product. So the product comes out, and then you're pressing it into the skin across, and then you're able to rub it across and then press it into the face. Okay. All right, so how do we feel? How do we feel? How does everybody feel?
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yes.
I put on the lifting serum. Now, what is next? The eye renewal cream?
Okay. So once you put on the lifting serum, you want to move into the moisturizer, the day cream.
Oh, okay.
And it helps with age spots. It's amazing. Like it's really amazing how my face was prior to using Mary Kay, and then after I started using it, it just a major difference. And I think that I was battling for about 5 years adult acne, and I was very self-conscious about it. And so once I came across Mary Kay products, I was like, this is amazing. Like this is just super amazing. And it just made my heart happy, because I just didn't like having the blotches and the whatever I had going on down at the bottom of my face. So it was exciting to me. Okay.
Definitely gives you a nice glow. I feel glowy.
Yes. And this is amazing, because we don't even have on anything. So
Right.
This is just how the effects of it and how refreshed your face looks. And you don't even have on a foundation. You don't have on anything.
Right.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yes, ma'am. And then once you do that, Jennifer, you want to move on into your eye firming cream, and you want to just take your ring finger and then just apply that under your eye up into the brow bone. You're muted. Oh, I didn't know if you were trying to say.
So just right here?
Yes. So you're gonna go here under the eye and then around to the brow bone, up the brow bone. Okay. Lee, you received foundation samples, or what somebody received? Okay. Yes. Okay. All right.
Chenika, I have a quick question. So,
Yes.
So the eye cream thing with the little metal thing on it, the boxer thing.
Yes.
So are you supposed to squeeze the product out and put it on your face with your finger and then do the tapping, or
No.
is the tapping and the doing all one?
No, so you squeeze it and then you apply it and then press it into the skin.
Right.
But I just went back because it was like a gulp.
Like, yeah. Just so they're going back. You're just going back and like just tapping it in, because it could still be like too much product, not.
Yes.
Blended. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha.
Yes. Okay. So once we've gotten that done, we are going to move into foundation. Okay. I will not be applying foundation. I will actually be applying CC cream. And CC cream is.
I'm sorry, before you continue. So this morning I used all the products that y'all just used. And so I used CC cream this morning under my eyes, and then like some places around my chin. And it's very, I love it because it's very light coverage. And I have a little bags under my eyes, so that's why I apply it under my eyes. But it is very light coverage, but it gets the job done. And I love it so much. I feel like CC cream is one of my favorite products, even because when it comes time to take it off, it's not an abundance of products that's coming off your face. So I really love it because it's lightweight, it gets the job done, and it's very nice coverage. So I'm sorry, proceed.
See, I will only wear a full coverage foundation because, I'm in my 50s now. But I do have a CC cream, so I would like to try that too, because I have a CC cream that's another brand that somebody sold me at Ulta. Because when we go and do like active stuff, like we go on the boat or I go, on a hike or a bike ride or something, like I always wear some foundation on my face. Like I'm never going out without something on my face. But it's really light. And so it's like just enough coverage. So it's like the perfect, and for people like Asia who are young and already have perfect skin, it's just that little bit of something, right? It's just that little evening it out, but I think even if you are older and you only like full coverage, like for, when you're fully doing your full face, but for like, for when you don't feel like you need the full coverage and you just want something, I think it is really nice.
Yes. And actually we just came out this fall in the new catalog. We have come out with CC cream samples. So I will actually get some to Asia so that she can get, and she can get it to you so you can try it. So it's really, I love it. So, okay, so for Lee and for Jen, what we did is, although you did the foundation test quiz, we sent you a cool in the foundation. We sent you a full size. So we want you to try it. And if you don't like it, because you were actually, I think, a neutral, you were a neutral. And so but we sent you a cool instead. So if you don't like it, we want you to put it on. And if you don't like it, I'm going to order it and send you out your actual color, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay. And then Lee, we're going to actually send you a full size one too, but all I had was the samples. So you got the samples, but I'll be sending you out a full size foundation just for volunteering. So we really appreciate you all volunteering with us.
I just want a quick second. So I'm in school, I'm in college right now. So this is why I'm like in my room. And she was so helpful in sending you all the products because I'm at school. So I definitely appreciate you, Mom. Yes, definitely appreciate you.
Okay, so what you want to do is, if you have a foundation brush, I like to use my hands for everything. It's very seldom that I use a foundation brush or any brushes unless I really have to, but I like to use my hands. But if you have a foundation brush, you can go ahead and apply your foundation onto your brush and then apply it onto your face. When you are applying your foundation, you do not want to, this is what people do. That is not what you want to do. When you apply your foundation, you want to press it into the skin.
I screw that up too. I have a foundation brush and I'm like rubbing it, and then I'm always like, no, I know I'm not supposed to do that. You know why? I don't have any patience, because I know that the dabbing thing like takes longer. I do the dabbing thing with my like under eye concealer, but then for the whole face, I just can't sit there and just keep dabbing. So do you think you should dab and then, but I feel like the dabbing never completely smooths it. So you think maybe dab it and then just lightly run the brush over it, or?
So once you're dabbing it in, you want to set it into the skin. And then you can actually go back and then like, you're still moving it, you're still dabbing and you're moving it, not necessarily swiping across your face. So you're dabbing, but moving it, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does make sense. So once again, I am 0 for whatever. I'm doing it correctly. So far I have a 0 score. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I think little bunny hops is what it is. It's just trying to lightly get it in there.
All right.
Is everybody's colors, do you guys feel like your colors are doing good? Okay, that's good. I was definitely excited about the foundation quiz. I'm so glad that Mary Kay is coming out with all these different quizzes for like the skin, like foundations and, you know, your lipsticks, well, not lipsticks, but your foundation and your skincare, because I feel like it eliminates a lot of like confusion and sending products back and forth.
Oh.
It's great.
You are so right on the money with that. Having been when I was a consultant 7 years or 20 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's been that long. It's been 20 years. I was young like you, Asia. I was ready to rock and roll. I recruited 7 people in 6 days. I was halfway to a car. I was like, I mean, it was amazing. But I realized as much as I enjoyed that, it just wasn't, that path wasn't for me. But being a customer and being a personal use consultant, and to refer as many friends as possible to my consultant friends and supporting their directorships and all that has always been huge. And that's a hard thing to say, that directorship isn't for me.
Yeah.
Because it's an amazing, the company itself is just, I mean, it's ideal. I think I just had a different path I needed to follow, but all the technological advances they've brought out in the skincare analytics, I was just like, yes, it was so hard trying to match foundations for people back in the day. And even women would say, well, I'm allergic to Mary Kay. It's like, you might not be. There could be some other reasons why you're having some of the skin issues that you're having. And I've just been blown away for years. Their fragrances, everything that they have everything.
They really do.
By the foundation quiz. When I saw that I had to do a foundation quiz to get my foundation color, I was like, there is no freaking way that I am going to get a foundation that doesn't either make me look even more like Casper the Friendly Ghost, or doesn't look like I'm applying some sort of weird tanning bronzer. You know, I was like, there's no way it's going to be right. Because sometimes when you get it in the store and you even look at the samples and somebody even tries to help you figure it out, like that's the foundation I currently have, I ended up getting a different color because like I just didn't even think the matching in the store was good. You know what I mean? Like I actually saw the freaking foundation. They put it on my wrist. I still didn't pick the right one. When Asia sent me that foundation sample, I put it on my face. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this is the perfect foundation color just from the quiz. I couldn't believe it. So
it's light and airy. Not only does the color match, but it lasts. It lasts. And I'm telling you, hands down, their mascara, especially as a contact wear, I literally, if I could only have 3 products ever in my life, it would be their foundation, their mascara, and their oil-free eye makeup remover. When you sent that oil, I was so worried it wasn't going to come and I was going to have to cancel because I had a last-minute trip happen. I just said, you know, I'm not going to contact Asia because I wanted to give you plenty of time, but I'm like, I'm not going to contact her right away. I'm just going to see what happens. Lo and behold, I heard the dog bark and I'm like, that sounds like her bark for the UPS guy. And I walked out, I was like, thank you. And he was like, shot. He's like, you're not usually that happy to see me. But I opened it up and I was like, yay!
Okay.
So you want to make sure that when you're applying your foundation, you want to go in your hairline, you want to bring it back, you want to get a little bit right on the tip of your ears, and you want to bring it down on your neck because you never want your face and your neck to be 2 different colors, okay? So you want to make sure you bring it down your chin. And if you ever, this is just a really quick tip. So I have like a little bit of and I'm just, it's more than a little bit, but I just want to say a little bit of a chin that I don't like. How about that? So if you are ever wanting to hide that in a sense, you want to take a color that's about 2 shades darker than you, okay? And you're going to like, so this is a bronze C160. So you want to just take this and you want to go down here underneath. And then on the other side, just right here, and it's going to give you a chisel effect. Okay, so it will give you, and then you just make sure you blend it.
Yes.
Make sure you blend it out.
You said 2 shades darker, right?
Yes, about 2 shades darker. Whatever you would contour with. If you would contour, 2 shades darker.
I like that. I like that.
Okay.
Wow.
And it would give you like just a really like a chiseled effect. And then it'd give the illusion that you do not have that nice little extra there.
That's good.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now, what we want to do is I kind of did one brow already. And the key, I think that you don't have a brow, but we could talk about brows. Let's just kind of like get through everything first. And then I think that, so you have a card. So you have a makeup card. Yes. The makeup card. Yes. Yes.
I have 2 of them, so
Yes.
I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to use.
Yes. So I think your eye color was hazel, correct?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. Yes. Okay. So with that, it was either brown or blue or green. I'm not sure which one. I'm sorry. I forgot
Yeah,
which
there's
color.
one that's green and there's one that's more natural tone.
Right. Okay. So I didn't know which one you would like more, so I just sent you 2.
Personally, I like the green,
Okay.
but
Okay.
my boyfriend is more of a natural look, so I'm gonna go with the natural one for
Okay.
right now.
Okay. All right. And then I did send you all to each of you. I sent 3 different color lipsticks in there. So if you don't want to use the lipstick that's on the card, you can choose one of the 3 lipsticks that I sent you.
Okay.
Okay.
Share the
All
one
right.
that I shared. Go ahead.
Okay. Yes. Yes. And I want to, okay, so I sent you a mascara and I also sent you an eyeliner, I believe. A mascara, an eyeliner.
Yes.
Okay, so Lee, that one is a lip liner. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. I took a picture, but I totally forgot it. I'm trying to go off of my mind on what I actually put in your bags. Okay. So what we're going to do is start with so we have the foundation on, then we are going to start with your shadow. Okay. Now you want a shadow, just a shadow brush. I'm not going to even tell you any stories. I use whatever brush works because I'm not familiar with but we're going to use a shadow brush. All right. And I am going to use a purple just so that you can see it. And this is actually a liquid eyeshadow. You all have powder eyeshadow. So what you want to do is just take your eyeshadow brush and you want to apply it. Yes, that's fine. Yes. And then you want to apply it as close to the lash line as possible, because you want to leave enough space for you to be able to move that eyeshadow up if need be. Okay. So you want to apply it, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So I'm sorry, I have a mirror right here. So I am going to actually, and you would really, in order to, but you don't have this, but in order to make this, make any eyeshadow, a tip, to make any eyeshadow pop, you want to apply concealer over it. So any eyeshadow that's very pigmented, if you put a concealer down first, put a concealer down, it will, especially on a powder.
Chenika, I have a question about that. So I always use eyeshadow primer. And again, because in keeping with I am way too rough and I'm, going like this with everything, I put the eyeshadow primer on, but I really rub it all the way in. So you're not doing that.
No, I am not. I'm just patting it in, because you still want it to be on there. So your eyeshadow, I'm trying to, let's see if I can find one that's a little bit.
With how much makeup I own and how much makeup I put on my face, that I'm still doing it wrong. I'm disgusted with myself, but I'm so happy we're doing this.
Well, don't be, because everything is a learning process.
But how can I not know these things? I don't understand. Like so
Okay.
now it's like dawning on me, okay, the primer really works better, and the way people get their eyeshadow to look the way it does is because they're putting it on, but they're just dabbing it. So like it looks like there's something on your eye before you're putting your eyeshadow on, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see, mine doesn't. I just like rub it all in. So really what I'm doing is rubbing it off.
Yes, you're probably taking it in way too deep.
Good
Yeah,
job,
taking
me.
it way
Okay,
too.
once again, it's the don't, you know how I always say in my career coaching work, that I am an expert in a lot of things, but there's many things I don't know. This would fall under that category of why I brought in these expert ladies.
Okay. And so with my crease, my crease brush, okay, I need to tap that out just a little bit. Okay, so then I'm going to just go in the crease and just darken it just a little bit.
And if you have any questions or confused, please ask. We can help you out.
And I just kind of want to move it a little bit.
That's looking good. Yes. I'm loving it.
Okay.
I actually didn't know that either, because sometimes I actually apply the shadow like in the crease.
So if you have a brush, so you're making it a little bit darker to make your crease deep. Yes.
Gotcha.
So you're making it deep. So, but when you're just applying just like the one color, so you're just gonna apply it, like I said, to the lash line, as close to the lash line as possible, right, so that you will have enough room to move it up. And then when you just understand that when you're moving it, you're only moving the edge of it. Does that make sense? You're only moving the edge of it. You're only blending out the edge of it.
So you're blending out the edge even with the powder?
Yes, because once you're applying it, because you're tapping it in. When you put it on, you're only tapping. You're taking the
No, you're
okay, so I'm
only
gonna look a
tapping.
little
I
bit.
am not tapping because I don't tap. We've learned that. We learned that I do it wrong. So we're tapping. So you're just tapping the powder on the lash line, and then you pull it up with a blender.
And then you blend out just the edge. Yes. So this is
with a different brush, with the blender brush.
Yes. Okay.
This is
just
earth-shattering information.
All right.
Yes, it
So
is.
this is what. So we're just gonna tap this on. So it's on the. Where am I? Okay, here. And so we're just going to tap it on.
I don't have anything on, but I want to try. So you're supposed to just lightly apply it here, right?
Yes, you're gonna just tap it on. See how I just tapped it on?
Mm.
And now you just, and now you're blending it up. Oh my God, this is
Yes, and then you
wizardry.
clean that
Okay.
up a little bit. And then you just take your brush, a blending brush of some sort that you have. Okay, I'm using, again, the wrong brush, but we're just gonna use this one. Just a clean brush, and then you're just going to go in and then just blend out the edge of it.
This is so exciting. I can't wait to do my makeup again. It's like tomorrow because it's already done.
Because I've been having issues with eyeshadow too.
I can't wait to do this and report back because
and you have to remember, I mean, I want to make sure we get through this, but you want to make sure that, okay, when you're applying, okay, so and your hand position on your brush makes a difference. So when you're actually applying it, you're applying it here. But when you're moving it, you need to have a lighter grip. So you need to move your hand down because all you're wanting to do is just swipe like a windshield. You're just wanting to swipe out your just the edge of it.
So we have a question in the chat box and it says, do you apply eyeshadow then the eyeliner?
Do you apply eyeshadow and then yes.
Okay.
Because if you put the eyeliner on, well, especially if you wear eyeliner on the top, you're covering up your eyeliner.
Right.
So I like to get on everything and then go in and then do my eyeliner. And then if I put any shadow under the eye. Okay. So, and then you want to go to the other eye. So make sure you do your other eye as well. And then the key to eyeshadow is blending. So because it's not going to look blended because I just put on like a bunch of stuff on this eye, but at any rate.
I think the reason that the blending never really feels like it works well for me is because I don't use the primer correctly. You know, because that, and also as you get older, you know, I remember when I was younger, my mother used to like show me that her eyelids were getting, like she used to say, and you're all gonna laugh, but she used to say like, look, I moved my eyeshadow skin over here and it stays there. My eyelid skin. She'd be like, look, I can move it over there and it stays there. And I want to tell her now, like, I can now do that too, so yay. But your eyelids, like your skin on your eyelids gets more like papery, you know. I mean, your skin gets more papery as you get older anyway, you know, like in general, but like the eyelid skin is very delicate. And I noticed that my eyelids, yeah, like they're just, you know, the skin elasticity is not there. So when you, if you rub, like when I pull, it makes sense now, because when I'm like pulling the eyeshadow brush, instead of dabbing across my eye, it's pulling the skin. But I have to do that because I'm not using the primer right. See, the dabbing only works because you're using the primer right, because there's something to stick to.
Right. And if you, so everything is a patting motion. You don't want to, you're wiping it away. It's almost like even with me putting on this eyeshadow, if I were to do this and then go in here and do, I'm wiping my eyeshadow away. So that's why you want to hold the end of it to give you a lighter, and then you're just
a dabbing, yeah.
Right, and then you're just using a windshield motion, and then you want to keep everything in the crease. So everything below the crease. So, because once you start moving up, because I used to always say, I look like I have a black eye, I look like I have a black eye. But that was because I was moving everything up and it was covering the whole eye, which made me look like I had a black eye. So I was like, okay, so I had to get it together. Okay. All right. So
great information.
I know. And then it's so just, it looks crazy, but that's only because I was trying to show you all something and I just did this eye. So just ignore that. I'll fix it.
Yes,
I'll fix it. All right. So then you have a eyeliner. And then so you want to go ahead and put your eyeliner on the water line of your eye.
See, I don't do that anymore either. I used to do that in the 80s. When I was a teenager, I wore it inside my, you actually are putting eyeliner inside your eye. Yeah.
I'm putting it on the,
see, I don't do that anymore. We did that in the 80s, but I like it. And I just noticed again that like girls are doing that. Women are doing that again.
Yeah, I like it. It makes my eye color like pop.
No, I always did it. I mean, I did it. That is how we wore eyeliner. Like back in like the 80s and 90s, I always wore my eyeliner inside my eye. And then when I got older, I just stopped doing that for some reason. I don't know, maybe people stopped doing it. It wasn't even just me.
I'm coming together now, so my hair is like I'm coming together.
You really are. I mean, you are glamming the screen now.
I'm coming together. I'm coming together.
So you're putting a pencil eyeliner inside your eye though, not a liquid eyeliner.
No, it's a pencil. Yes, it's a pencil.
Right. Okay, I just want to call that out because I don't want people thinking they can put liquid eyeliner inside their eye because that's gonna be bad.
Yeah. Well, and it's literally on the lash.
The lash line.
The water line, not the lash line. The water line. So the water line. Okay. And so now from here, you can on that card, it's lips and then eyes.
Wait, I'm sorry. So when you say the water line, okay, I'm going to do something that's going to be yucky, but I'm just going to do it anyway. Okay, are you talking about like in here? Like the in here? Because that's what we did back in the day. Like you pull your eye down, you put it on that little line that is behind your lashes.
So yes, so just a little bit. Some people will go a little bit below there. I put mine on like the lash line, like the water line.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
that's the water line, right? When you pull it
Yes.
down and yeah, that's
Yes.
what we did. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fun. I can start doing
And then and so if you're looking, so there's a whole process. But if you're wanting your eyes to be open more, you could use a white eyeliner, which will make your eyes look bigger.
That's what you do with white eyeliner? Because I've seen white eyeliner and I'm like, what the hell is anybody doing with white eyeliner?
My friend had some on yesterday for a photo shoot, and it was actually really cute.
And even if you're fair skinned, it shows up, like it does something?
Yes, because it's really more to it. It's also the eyeshadow that you use, and then you're putting the eyeshadow on the bottom and the color of eyeshadow that you're using.
Okay.
So yeah, all right. So then you all have I gave you
Mom,
mess.
Yes. We're gonna have to send Miss Lee some eyeliner because she did not receive. Oh, did you get it? Okay, never mind. Just kidding.
Okay, I have a question though, really quick.
Yes.
So I put the eyeliner on the bottom. Am I supposed to put it on the top too now, or?
If you want to put it on the top, you can apply it. Sometimes do, depending on if I'm going out like at night and I want more of a darker, like a more of a smoky eye in a sense, or if I want my eyes to appear a little bit more darker, then because my eyes are brown, like a light brown, so if I want more of a darker look, I do go ahead and put it on the top. You can, if you would like to. We can. Have you ever applied it on your top?
I usually only apply it on the top.
Me too.
I don't ever apply it on the bottom.
On the top and not the bottom.
Okay, so you can apply it to the top if you like. For me, I just like it just gives me a more of a sexy feel when I have it on I just like it there. But if you're used to or accustomed to putting it on your top lid, then by all means.
And is there a special way to put it on the top?
You want to just put it as close to your lash line, and then you can actually, because usually what I do is I start it and then I just take an angle brush or a very thin brush, and then I just kind of just draw it out, like smudge it out
right
on the rest. So if you can make a nice clean line and you don't need to do that, then absolutely.
I'm excited to see. I've never applied it to the top before.
You've never applied it to the top?
A lot lately. They don't? No? Wow, that's interesting.
Wait, what did you say? I'm sorry, I was talking to
liquid eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner.
Okay,
yes.
Does Mary Kay have one? I think I've been using it a lot lately.
Yes, Mary Kay does have a liquid eyeliner
that you can
apply. All right. So now and I have to fix this eyeshadow, but once we get past that, and then you could go ahead and apply your mascara. So do we have any questions before we move on to that? Okay. You want to go ahead and apply your mascara.
Cool.
Okay. I do not have my mascara, so I will not be applying mascara. Right.
And so, Mom, I have a question. So
yes, love.
Right. Do they have this color, or since this is actually not, you don't sell this anymore, I'm sure they don't have it.
Which color is that?
This color is Pink Luster.
I would have to look and see if they have that still, if that was one of the ones that came back.
Yeah, I love it. I use this today, and before we actually got on, me and Carol were talking, and she was like, I just love your lips. They're so pretty.
But there's a lot of really pretty
I was like, look at her with the shiny lips. I was like,
all right, ladies. Awesome. Okay, now once you get your mascara on, you have your eyeliner on, and now you want to do some blush. All right, so there's blush on the card. And the key to blush, to me, to keep you from having really a gulp of blush here, the key to blush is once you get it on your brush, or if you're using your hands, however you choose to do it, once you get it on your brush, we'll just pretend because I don't know what's this. Okay. Once you get it on your brush and you do your smile, do not do this. Don't do that. Come down.
I just did that wrong earlier. That's crazy.
Because then it does not leave the bulk of it sitting on the balls of on the apples of your cheek. So when you come down, it starts here, and then you have it here, and then it fades out onto the apples of your cheek.
That makes sense, actually.
And then if you need to blend it out, then you just blend it, just blend it out a little bit. I don't know what I did. Oh,
y'all look so beautiful. Yes.
I started wearing makeup when I was like 12 or 13 because my mother and my grandmother wore makeup like crazy. So like my sister and I think my sister started when she was about 10 because like I paved the way. So I've been doing my own makeup for like 40 years. And like how am I doing all of this wrong for 40 years? I don't understand.
This is interesting.
I mean, that makes so much sense that like you want the color for the blush more up here than down.
Because it leaves it evenly, like you're not having like a gulp of blush just sitting right there on your face. And then to add a little bit more color back into your face, you want to go around like your forehead just to smudge it a little bit, and then down your nose on the tip of your nose.
Yeah, I like that. You guys look great. You guys look so good. Yes, I love it.
Okay. All right, now I gave each of you hopefully I put one in each one, the lip liner.
Yes.
Okay, so excuse me, just one second.
I cannot wait to see how I do my lip liner wrong. I'm really looking forward to it.
I haven't used lip liner in a long time.
I use it once in a while. I don't always use it, and I think it's because I suck at applying it, so I cannot wait to see how Shanika's going to tell me that I do it wrong, and I'm just so excited to know.
All right, so once you get you want to pop the top on it. All right, and then what you want to do is this one is, I think I gave you all nude, chocolate or deep nude, medium nude or deep nude. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Medium nude, yeah.
Medium nude, okay. So I have a deep nude, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to, you want to trace the bottom and the outer parts of your lip.
Oh yes, I like that. See, now this is new to me too. I don't usually use lip liner, but I see a lot of people, especially like my age group, who are using it. So I'm excited.
All right. And then once you do that, then you want to go in, you want to bring it in just a little bit on the lip, on the inside of the lip.
Yes.
Okay. One of the lipsticks that I had given you all was the Lilas Luminex. I think it was the Luminous Lilac. Okay. Now, I personally think this would work good with this particular nude. If you want to use the one that's on the card, that's fine. I am going to, so you can pick the one that you want. I am going to actually use a gloss because I am a gloss girl. Yes, Lee. I am a gloss girl, so I'm going to apply a gloss to this right in the middle. Mm-hmm. Now, to keep from having such a harsh line, you could just take your fingers and blend it out.
Was that a clear gloss?
I'm sorry?
Was that a clear gloss or was that a color?
This is a beach, it's called Beach Bronze.
Okay.
So it's golden, it's like a golden color.
I like that.
So the thing with lip liner that I wonder about is, you've done it there with like the bronzy color and the nude, which of course makes sense because they're like the same color and they're matching and all that. But like, how much do you want your lip liner to be visible? So for instance, like the lipstick I have on right now, obviously is like a purpley color, right? So if I had put lip liner on with this, like,
You would want to put on, you can either put on a lip liner that's the same color as that,
right,
or one that's just a shade, like a shade, you can really go, so if you did a purple, like just say for instance, if you did a purple liner, then you could do a pink
so
lipstick.
you're saying that the liner really should be visible then. It should be.
Yes.
Yeah, see, and I was reading some about that too, and it said something like that's like a 90s look, and no one does that anymore. But see, I do see people doing what you're doing, and it looks so nice. So
yes, because this look is actually coming back. People are doing the pink lip in the pink in the middle with the chocolate on top.
yeah,
A lot of you, if
I
you
like
notice
that.
yes, a lot of like now with the new line of lip glosses that are out, a lot of them are in your nudes, your chocolates, so that chocolate lip is coming back in because that's what's the chocolate, the deep nude, the chocolate, even the liners. But it's just a matter of how you apply it. Of course, obviously, we're not going back to that really deep deep lip liner around the lips and you leave it. No, you need to blend it into the lip.
Yeah, and I think that's what they were talking about. Like in the 90s, like girls, it was like that goth look. It was almost like you were using black eyeliner on your lips, like
right.
your lips had like the line around them, and then like that was like it. Right. Okay. So you're saying blending it, of course, but
yes, not erasing it, but blending it into the lip.
Right.
And then you put like a lighter, and then you just put your color in the middle.
The blending,
yes.
which you're using your finger to do, right?
Yes, that's what I was using my finger to do, is just kind of bring it in, and then and which I think is pretty.
Ladies, I'm sorry, but I do have to run. I had a call that was scheduled at 12 o'clock, and they're going to be calling me back any minute now. So
Okay.
I do have to run. But thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely. I will have
on.
Asia will contact you about the foundation to see how you liked it, if you want to go to the one you originally matched for, but she'll contact you in reference to that.
Okay, sounds great.
All right, thank you.
So much.
Thank you for all the tips. They were very helpful. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right.
That was pretty
Lee,
much. Though,
Lee,
right?
you're so pretty.
Yes, you look so good.
yeah, that looks so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so with that, okay, so really quick, we could talk about brows because we did not talk about that. So my tip with brows is this. I use a liner, a pencil, a brow liner. And yeah, so here. No. Well, anyway, I use a brow liner, and most people, when they do it, they go with the grain of creating an arch. For me, that creates too much of a dark line, so I do not like doing that. Okay, so I do not like doing that. So what I normally do is I go against the grain and create. So actually, I'll do this brown. So I go against the grain to fill it in and to create the line, okay? And then, so it's not as harsh. And then you take your spoolie.
I never knew what that was called.
Oh.
I like it. It's a spoolie.
Yes, you take your spoolie. And then you just blend it in.
It looks, you know what? As I've gotten older and my brows have gotten a little thinner, I used to have like the big, thick, bushy Brooke Shields 80s eyebrows growing up. My daughter still has them. If she would come up here. Come here. Come here. Because I need your eyebrows. I just need your eyebrows. Just come here. She's 15, so. No, I need to say nothing. Come here, I need your eyebrows. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I better come up here. I need your eyebrows. So they've gotten thinner as I've gotten older, and it's when you do go with the grain, it does get really. They just need to see your eyebrows. It's not about you. It's about how my eyebrows looked when I was younger. So yes, I used to have those kinds of beautiful brows,
yeah.
but I don't anymore. Okay, now go away. That's all. Chop chop lollipop. Yeah, that's what I would get for. So, and so now when I draw it, sometimes it feels to like Drew Carey, like paint it on whatever. And I do blend. I use the spoolie, all that. But going against the grain, I never, ever, ever, ever would have thought of that. That's brilliant.
Yes. So because I don't like, I found that going with the grain creates too much. It goes on too thick for me. So I figured that if I go against the grain and then just take my spoolie and then go up, because the beginning of your brow should be brushed up, and then when you get to your arch, that should go down.
Right.
Okay. And then when you want to make it more crisp, you want to use an angle brush. Okay. You want to use an angle brush, and you want to use something that's almost going to highlight your brow. So you can use a concealer. You can use a color that is about 2 shades lighter than you, or a shade or 2 lighter than you. And you want to just outline I feel like everything is right here, but I can't see it. Okay.
And Mary Kay has one of the best, most amazing brush collections I've ever used.
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
Listen, I have actually had them so long that the bristles, like, literally, it's like they're begging me, please, you have a new set. Please use that one. But they last. I mean, this set has lasted me 10 years, and I know that's probably too long to keep brushes, but I take good care of them. But man, I've never found a blush brush like theirs.
That's good, yeah.
Anywhere.
And remember that your brows are not twins. They're not twins. They're sisters. So they're not going to always look alike. If you can tell, mine are not. One is a little more tamed than the other.
All right.
Okay.
That looks good. I like it. It came together really nice. I like it.
And then again, like I said, if you want to and then you can just go at the end of it to make it a little darker if you want. But I just found that going back against the grain and then kind of drawing your line does not make that effect so dramatic and so dark. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Look at you guys. Look good. Yes, this was great.
So I know that was kind of quick, but I wanted to kind of get through in an hour. And we started about 12:15-ish, so we're right at it.
Yeah.
But if you have any questions on tips, products, pricing, just DM Asia or DM Carol, and she can get you in touch with Asia, and then she'll just go from there with any questions that you may have in reference to any questions. Michelle, do you have any questions about anything that you've seen? Okay. How about you, Carol? Do you have any questions?
Well, I've asked my questions as I've gone along, and like I said, I am batting zero, but that's okay because I am now ready to really up my game and make that thousands of dollars worth of makeup that I even more worthwhile. So I am very excited now. Thank you, Chenika, so much for joining us for Asia's presentation today. I really appreciate it.
One more thing, because we did not talk about bronzer. If you are a highlighter, if you wanted to do a highlighter, and I think that to create depth, if you want to use a bronzer, let me just do that really fast. So I'm going to actually use a bronzer. We'll use this.
Yeah, bronzer is nice too, and it's hard to know where to put it.
Yeah. So you're going to, sorry, do apologize.
Yeah.
So when you are contouring, so that's just key. When you're contouring, you want to use the top of your ear to the bottom of your pupil right here, and that is where your contour will go. Okay, so when you're contouring, it will go the top of your ear, and it will stop here.
So you're doing a darker contour up here?
So I am doing a bronzer. So the bronzer is actually, so I just put just a little bit there.
Right.
So it will go actually where your contouring is. So it will go here.
Right. The darker one goes in the hollow, right?
Yes. So this is, but
it.
this is just a, yes, this is just a bronzer that will go over your contour.
Right.
But I just did it because I'm fair skinned, so it will still kind of still show up as a highlighter in a sense, because it's a gold color. So I could still get away with putting it here. And then when I go out in the sun, it'll be like a tint, like a glow in a sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, Mommy, thank you so much for all this information. It was
love.
and before we wrap up, I know people have things to do. If you do have to do that, it's fine. But I do appreciate you for speaking. I have a quick presentation about wardrobe and appropriate attire to wear for a business, for a business day or just going out for business-related activities. So I'm gonna quickly go through that. It's not much information. I try to condense it as much as I could. All right. So can everybody see the screen? All right, cool. All right, so yes, career building makeover, everyday business look. So to start off, your jewelry, keep it simple. When you are in the business place, people do get distracted with jewelry if it's very unique. So try to keep it very simple and like.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Advance the slide. Do you want to do it in slideshow format?
Let's see. Is it not coming up on there?
Well, we can see the slides, but it's not in slideshow format. So, and it didn't go to the next slide.
Oh, it didn't. Okay.
No,
Can you see?
so if you go, I mean, you can just do it this way. That's fine, as long as you just move it. Yeah, to the next slide. I'm sorry. I just didn't know if you realized that. I'm just too far.
But yeah, so jewelry, just keep it simple. If you are in a more creative industry, like my industry is creative advertising, you can probably get away with more unique pieces. But if you are in a more conservative industry, try to keep your jewelry very simple. All right, so as far as your tops go, try to have an array of styles and blouses, button-up shirts, and dressy sweaters. It is getting kind of cold. I have a weird thing with sweaters, so it's like hard for me to find cute sweaters to wear. But if you do have a sweater, make sure it is a dressy type of sweater. Button-ups like the one I have on. I don't know if you guys can still see me, but like the shirt I have on now. In nice little blouses. If you are gonna get a blouse, all of these shirts, actually try to make sure that they are solid color shirts. All right, so blazers, sweaters, and cardigans. These are great to have for two reasons. One reason being that they're good cover-ups. So I know sometimes women have blouses that are strapless, which aren't really professional to have when you are in the workplace. So you want to make sure that you have blazers, sweaters, and cardigans to cover those nice blouses that we do have up. And the second reason why these are so good is because they keep you warm. So like again, I said, we're going into the colder months here soon. So you want to make sure that you do have blazers, sweaters, and cardigans to cover up so you can wear in the workplace when it's kind of cold outside. But also you just want to make sure that it's not too thick and it's not too heavy and it's going to make you like sweat because you don't want to deal with that. All right, so as far as your bottoms go, again, you want to make sure you have an array of styles and slacks, skirts, and dresses. They have to be knee-length to be appropriate for the workplace. So make sure that if you do have slacks, skirts, or dresses that, well, obviously your slacks would be past knee length, but if you have skirts and dresses, make sure that they are at knee length to be appropriate. All right, stockings and tights. It's appropriate to wear these if you are wearing skirts or dresses. So that's kind of just a given. Make sure that if you are going to be wearing your skirts and your dresses that you do have stockings or tights underneath them. All right, your shoes. Make sure your shoes are comfortable. Like no matter what kind of shoes you have, at least please let them be comfortable since you're gonna be at work. It's best to wear flat or heeled closed-toed shoes. And the inch, if you're gonna have heels, the inch should be no longer than or no taller than 3.5 inches. So make sure that your heels are appropriate length if you're gonna wear those, and definitely make sure that they are closed-toe shoes. All right, and here is a tip, again, going back to colors. Try to aim to wear solid colors, navy blue, black, gray, brown, or khaki. Those are the most acceptable colors in the workplace. So make sure that you try to aim to wear those colors. And I know it was kind of fast, but that was all I had as far as my presentation went. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I'm super excited. I'm so glad. Yes, of course. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this.
Yeah, and thank Mom. Shanika, thank you again. But yeah, this was really great. And I think that, so a lot of your clothing tips, I think, are really good tips for interviewing, and especially for, more formal wear. It's really going on the conservative side. And like you said, though, in the beginning, depending on the industry and the workplace that you're going into, you can definitely get away with, clothes that are less. So I think, what you've presented is very much the traditional, more conservative. But it's better to err on the side of more conservative than less conservative, especially when you don't know what you're going into. When you're going into a new workplace, when you're going on an interview, when you don't really know, what the people are going to wear, in the interview. I used the example the other day of my son's a graphic designer, and when he first graduated and he was going on interviews, he was wearing his button-down shirt and his slacks and everything. And, he's like, Mom, everybody was wearing hoodies in the entire office. He's like, everybody was wearing hoodies. Like, his office has no dress code whatsoever.
That's how it is in that industry.
He just wears his Metallica hat and his hoodie with his AirPods and doing their thing. Like, and nobody dresses up at all. Everybody just wears whatever they want. If you want to wear jeans with holes in the knees, go ahead. Literally everybody it's all about self-expression. But that's in an artistic field. And, if you're in that kind of field and you know that, you can err on the side of that. But if you don't know, in most offices and most workplaces, you want to err more on the side of conservative, especially when you're doing interviews. And especially also the thing to remember is when you're doing Zoom interviews like this. I think a lot of times we don't think about, we need to dress up as much. We don't want to be wearing like professional attire, like Asia looks really nice, but like she could be wearing like gym shorts, or like her pajama bottoms. And maybe she is, and that's fine for this. But if you're going on an interview, you should not do that. Like, what if you had to stand up for some reason? It could happen, maybe a bug just crawled up your leg. I don't know. But, and also I think it's a mental thing too. If you're going to do an interview, and you're going to dress for an interview, even if it is a Zoom interview and someone is not necessarily going to see your whole body, I think there's a mental piece of that just makes you feel more like you're in interview mode if you really are fully dressed, including wearing your shoes, just as if someone was seeing your whole body. I think it helps to mentally prepare you, for the interview. And in case a spider crawls up your leg and then you can stand up. So these are my words of wisdom. To add to Asia and Shanika's words. And anyway, thank you all so much. And I'm excited to share this in the group so many people can.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day, ladies.